The battle was waged in Dallas, Texas, Salt Lake City, Utah, and Greenville, South Carolina during the 2021 regular season, matching the best prep talent in all the land. As we embark on a new season of hoops action, the battle brings the best this nation has to offer to the beautiful sandy beaches of Miami, where competition and culture will surely collide. From Florida Memorial University, a wonderful HBCU in Miami Gardens, Gold Level Sports and Entertainment, along with SUV TV, proudly presents The Battle Miami. So let the games begin.
Is the site for this one. Florida Memorial University, the site for this one. It doesn't get much better than this. Vertical Academy and CBC getting together for a memorable final game of day one of the battle. Miami. I'm the Mac Daddy, Charles McNeil, alongside the National Recruiting Director for SUV TV. We're talking about Justin Brantley, and Justin couldn't be more excited about the day that we've already had. But in this final game, it is going to be special.
You can't ask for a better atmosphere than this. I mean, you look around, we're here on a college campus. The arena is filled, standing room only. Much anticipated matchup between CBC and Vertical Academy. Extremely excited to see these two teams carry on the elite level of basketball that we've seen all day.
We're talking about star power. It doesn't get better than Mikey Williams with how many internet followers?
Millions.
and then Bronny James, a world-class athlete, great bloodlines, and then his number just continues to rise as far as what people expect of him going forward.
Absolutely, and I think when you've been pushed into the limelight and the spotlight, kind of, by genetics, having your dad being arguably the greatest basketball player ever, depending on who's having that conversation, now he's in a position where, he's just trying to carve out his own, and he's playing hard, he's playing his way, and it's been a pleasure watching him grow and develop over the years.
We've got a great one coming your way, but coming up in just a few moments, we'll get a chance to hear from some other fellas who know a little bit about the game of basketball. We're talking about Rashard Phillips and Emmanuel Book Richardson. They'll get this pregame thoughts continuing with this huge final matchup of the battle in day one. Stay with us, everyone. And it is game number 4 of the battle. Day number 1 in Miami, Florida Memorial University and HBCU, and the Lions Den. Happy to be alongside the National Recruiting Director for SUV TV, Justin Brantley. I'm Charles McNeil, and we've got some breaking news as we head into this final matchup of day 1, Vertical Academy versus CBC.
Yes, we do, and I'll tell you, all day I've showed my my abilities to be able to identify what's going to happen next, but not even I could have predicted that we would have a couple scratches in this game. Bronny James, Amari Bailey, Ramel Lloyd, and Shaheem Shai Odom will not be playing tonight for California Basketball Club.
Yeah, devastating news. And then Vertical Academy, Josh Bullock will not be in action either, and it is sending shockwaves through this arena as many folks anticipated seeing Bronny in the layup line along with those other players you mentioned, and a great job by Rashard Phillips and Emmanuel Book Richardson in previewing this major matchup that we were hotly anticipating in terms of Mikey Williams versus Bronny James. But apparently the medical doctors thought otherwise in this one, and obviously always err on the side caution.
Absolutely.
Player safety is paramount in more ways than one in this pandemic year.
100%. So what I'd like to do, because it would be easy for us to stay on the broadcast and talk about who's not playing, I'd like to focus on the guys that are going to be on the floor today, because I think that there's a lot of high-level basketball to be played tonight. Tim Radovsky from Russia, 6'9", small forward. He's a junior in class of 2023. I think he's got amazing upside. Not a lot of people have seen much from him. Isaiah Elohim, phenomenal sophomore, 6'4", ESPN number 4 ranked player in the class of that 2024. You got Mike Price. It's going to be high level on the side of both California Basketball Club, but Mikey Williams as well. He's going to be carrying his team along with Abdul Baya Jr. and Luke Strickland, Tim Hall Jr. as well. So I'm excited to see this game regardless. I, like everybody else, like yourself, am disappointed that we're not going to see the Mikey-Bronny matchup, but I am very excited to see this amazing game here to wrap up day 1 of the Battle Miami.
CBC in the dark uniforms, Vertical Academy in the lighter colored, and the first three-pointer put up is short of the mark. And back the other way into the front court. CBC working the ball into the post, a turnaround jump shot, and there's a whistle. John Wright will step up to the line.
And Kajani Wright's one of those star players that I talked about that we're still going to have an opportunity to see. For a lot of you that haven't had a chance to watch him, he is phenomenal. He's the number 37th ranked player in the class of 2022 by ESPN. He's currently committed to USC. The Trojans will continue their dominance in the front court with him headed there next year.
Johnny Wright, 6'9", 230-pounder. He's chiseled.
He's got a college body already, right?
Without a doubt. Second one in the air. Rattles off no good, but rebounded by his teammate, JoJo Phillips. Mike Price running the point, down low. And there's a steal by Mikey Williams. Williams with the hit ahead. Finds his teammate on the wing. Andre. Put up the shot, no good. Rebounded by Rudovsky. Timofey Rudovsky, we'll call him Tim.
I like that they're establishing the post early here.
Mid-range jump shot, no good. Rebounded. And in the paint, there's a whistle and a foul. Wright is fouled for the second time.
So for those of you that are surprised to see Mike Price Jr. on the floor here with this CBC squad, he recently transferred from Ribbit Academy to Sierra Canyon. The 6'2" junior, 36th ranked ESPN player in the class of 2023 will be teaming up alongside Bronny James here this season.
Shot attempt in close, no good. Mikey Williams with the hit ahead. He's got a man ahead of the field. Goes in and oh my goodness.
Tremaine Parker. The fans here have gone wild. They're excited. This is what they've been waiting for. They've been waiting to see explosive play, big rim-rattling dunks. I think that this is going to be an exciting game here today. Here you have it. Mikey grabs it, wastes no time with the kick ahead, sees he's got a man up front court. Showtime.
Quick punishment on the dunk by Mike Price. And what a backcourt that's going to be. Down low. Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
Vertical Academy doing just that, going vert on him.
Wow. Watch this right here. He gets up high. That was one of those Shaq dunks. The only thing that didn't happen there was the rim break. You love the way that Mikey rejected the screen. So all eyes thought he was driving to the lane. He was playing with his head up, found the open man, kicked it out. Big time play.
Perimeter jump shot put up, no good. Now the break, spin.
Foul's going to be down low on Mike Price Jr. Price with the rebound. He's going to push the tempo.
There's a floater.
That's why he's headed to USC. The future
Big
Trojan
fella.
cleaned up the mess down low.
Pardon me. Now inside as it's end-to-end basketball. And that one is a foul.
And here we have the rebound from Kajani Wright, the putback. He just stays with it, keeps fighting, doesn't give up on the play. That's what you want to see from an elite level big man. First shot's good for Mike Price from the free throw line.
Sorry, that's wrong. Here.
Second one good. Sometimes that's what it takes is 2 free throws to get things going.
.42 is our score. Say 43, I was going to say. We'll have to figure it out. There's a lob and hit off the head of the official. Perimeter shot, up no good. Mikey Williams with the follow.
Big time bucket there from Mikey. Mid-range ain't dead. And here we have Mikey on the rebound, pulls up for the mid-range bucket. Absorb the contact, he's playing through it. Another one at the free throw line for Mike Price Jr. It's 3 for 3 so far.
Making 4 for 4 as he knocks down that one. 6'2", 168-pound junior. And there's a 3 from way downtown.
Tremaine Parker. He shot that thing from Coral Gables.
Ball loose. CBC loses control but regains. Now onside for 2.
For Johnny Wright. I'm excited to see this guy continue to grow and develop. Like you stated earlier, he has the build of a college forward center already, and he's just dominating out here.
Mikey Williams pulling up from way downtown. Bang!
Mikey Williams is locked in early here.
Vertical Academy with a 12-9 advantage. CBC with the basketball. And there's a steal. Hustling up the floor, contact, and a whistle.
I think for the fans that were somewhat upset that Bronny wasn't playing, when they see things like this from Mikey with the step back, rip through, nothing but net, that brought them to their feet. They're excited to see that.
He plays to the crowd.
Well, that's one thing I'll say for sure. Mikey not only is an elite level basketball player, he's a showman. He understands that element of the game of basketball. Bea was good on the front end of those 2 free throws.
Abdul Bea, 5'9" senior.
Transferred from Cedar Hill High School in Texas. He has offers from UT Arlington, USC Upstate, Hampton, SMU, and Stetson. I had the opportunity to watch him play this summer for the Dallas Seawolves. He could score in bunches. Tremaine Parker to try and break him down.
And there's Mikey setting him up for another triple. Mikey Williams.
Mikey's on fire with a quick 8 points.
And a drive. There's contact on that one.
Here we have Mikey, catches it. He's in straight heat check mode. There was no question what was about to happen when he got that ball in his hands. And there he goes, he releases the arrow. Shooting darts out there.
We touched on it in one of our earlier games, the importance for some of these young men getting a chance to play at an HBCU, a historic black college or university. And Mikey Williams embracing this opportunity. Of course, he plays his high school ball up in the Charlotte area, where there's several HBCUs just up the road, North Carolina A&T. Of course, right there in his backyard is Johnson C. Smith. Step back, three, no. And now they're running. Hit ahead pass, underneath for the slam.
To Johnny Wright, 3 for 3 from the field. I mean, that's what we call high percentage shots. Give him the ball where 3 for 4 from the field. High percentage shots, give him the ball where he's going to be most effective.
All three of those field goals with two hands. Mikey rising and firing. No. Price has it.
You got a good look at it.
Reach in and a foul committed. And we've got a timeout on the floor. 2 minutes and 44 seconds remaining in the opening quarter play. Back and forth basketball game. It's Vert Academy with a 4-point edge. The battle Miami continues. There's a look right there at Vertical Academy in their huddle. And we are getting ready for the closing minutes of this opening period. What have you liked on both sides?
I've liked the inside-out basketball for CBC, California Basketball Club. I've talked about it a lot. Obviously, this age and this generation of basketball is a lot of threes, a lot of up-and-down play, but paint touches, high percentage shots have put them in a position to be successful here so far. I like the energy that Mikey's come out with. He's come out gunning. He's got 8 points here early. It's been an exciting game so far. And there we have another paint-adjacent touch. But I like the fact that they're feeding their bigs.
A nice finish in there by number 8 with the basket. There, Yarko.
He recently transferred over from St. John Bosco.
6'8", 200-pound senior.
I mean, that's something we almost have to touch on is obviously everybody wants to talk about the transfer portal in NCAA basketball, but there's been quite a bit of movement, more movement than I can really remember this year in prep basketball. Both of these teams, the benefactors of several transfers.
Mike Price underneath. Ball tip, no good.
Ryden Rogers coming into the game.
Yeah, Rogers, a 5'8", 153-pound junior. And Mikey Williams stepping back with that one. No. Radowski goes strong, gets the basket, and a foul.
Big time rebound there. Shane Fernald. And he's excited. He's fired up.
Yeah, Shane Fernald, I correct myself there. Thank you so much. Fernald was a young man in the Greenville battle, the Battle Greenville, that really stepped up with some huge points in that matchup of Mikey versus Imani Bates.
Whoa.
And Ipsy Prep was the matchup, the premier matchup in that one. Christ Church and Dorman High School. Christ Church went on to win a state title, their first in school history, following the experience of being a part of the battle.
Beautiful move on that last possession by Isaiah Elamine. Mike Price with a good move, but he couldn't finish.
So they'll reset their offense. Dribble penetration with the right hand.
Dylan Montoyer with a big-time bucket. Montoyer, I'm sorry. Way to get by his man, get to the cup and finish. And there we have Scottie Pippen sitting courtside, checking out this CBC squad. His son, Justin Pippen's a member of the team. He has deep roots to Sierra Canyon basketball. He's watched his boys matriculate through that program. He's been a supporter. It's been awesome to see. Again, we talked earlier, Carlos Boozer was sitting courtside, still is. He was watching his twins play. Being an NBA veteran and having the opportunity to sit back and watch your boys play has got to be a special feeling.
Yeah, Victor Oladipo alongside Carlos Boozer. There's a floater. As that ends the first quarter play, 8 minutes in the books. And a spirited first quarter of basketball, and both teams showing their worth. We're tied at 18. So stay with us for more of the battle on NBC Sports and Peacock. And we welcome you back into Florida Memorial University, the Lions Den, an HBCU located in Miami Gardens, Florida, for more exciting battle. Miami action game number 4. The shot attempt put up by CBC, no good. Follow-up attempt is up off the rim and backboard, and it's a bucket.
It's been a back-and-forth matchup.
Mikey wants it. Can't find the range. A little bit short. Loose ball. And they'll slow things down as Price has it. Montoya. Eto'im. Ball loose. Back. Price. Shot clock down to 5. He elevates to the rack. The ball drops. And I think they're going to count the basket. They will score the basket and a foul.
He's been in attack mode all night long. He wants to get downhill, make something happen.
Took advantage of 3 players on that one. It was not to be denied.
5 for 5 from
conventional
the free throw
three-point
line.
play. Nine points in the contest. Rudowski back on the floor for CBC. Bea finds his teammate who knows how to finish. Double team as they're trapping. Cross-court pass to the open man. Wide open 3 ball is good.
We talked about Tim Rudowski early in the matchup, and we're talking about some of the players to watch. He's got nice long frame as he continues to grow and put some size on. He has a shot to be special. Stretches the floor, can knock down the outside shot, can put the ball on the floor. Here in this catch and shoot situation, you'll see no wasted motion. As soon as it touches his hands, he's ready to let it fly.
Bernal at the line. The thing I remember most about his game was a 360 move he made for a basket in the Battle Greenville that brought the crowd to their feet. And then that opened him up to knock down a couple of threes. Dribble penetration. Now set up the big 4-3 ball. It comes up shy of the mark.
I like that they're intentionally trying to get a paint touch, but I also like the Vertical Academy understands that and is denying that right now.
Bea into the front court. Bernal. Bea pulling up. Mid-range jump shot, just shy of the mark. He almost came away with a steal. He thought it went off CBC, but it'll be.
Checking into the game is number 33, Justin Pippen.
It'll be the California team's basketball. That's an offensive foul. Price.
Playing man-to-man defense. Justin Pippen's going to pick up Abdul Bea as he comes into the front court. First action for Pippen so far this evening. 26-21 CBC.
And there's a steal. Between the legs and behind the back on the drive. Had two teammates and nearly threw it away. And then nearly another steal. Good hustle that time by Vertical Academy as Mikey Williams returns to the floor. Just over 5 minutes left to go before halftime. And a 5-point game. Underneath. Set him up for another two-hand slam.
Listen, he's unstoppable when he has 2 feet, when he catches the ball with 2 feet in the paint.
Mikey Williams to the basket. There's a whistle and contact.
They would call a foul in that situation on Tim Radovsky. Mikey attacks the basket with such aggression. Right there, you see, he doesn't care who's down there. He's attacking the basket. And the thing that I love the most about Mikey is he plays with so much passion and he attacks with so much aggression. You're going to have to take a charge there. You can't just slap at the ball because the way that he plays through contact. He finishes strong on both sides of the basket with both hands. I mean, it's hard to stop him once he gets moving downhill.
Got a nice long rest as he returns to the floor to knock down that free throw. Once scored 70 points as a freshman in California before transferring to North Carolina. I think the number was actually 78 to be exact.
Nice finish from Justin Pippen there with the reverse lay. Bea with the off-balance shot there, but it looks like there was a foul call underneath. Bronny and Amari Bailey are excited for that finish from Justin Pippen on the other end. There was a foul down below, and with us being in the bonus here, it's going to send Tim Radovsky to the line.
6'9", 177-pound junior Radovsky.
Good on the front end of the 1-and-1. It's been a back and forth kind of ping pong matchup. Talk to me about what you're seeing here as you watch these two guys jockey for position and for the lead.
You say these two guys, who were specifically you're talking about? Because
well,
there's
really,
a lot of guys out there.
Really, Vertical Academy, but anchored by Mikey Williams. And on the other end, California Basketball Club, anchored by Mike Price and Kajani Wright. They're really carrying the load on their end. So as you see those two kind of have, or those three have a heavyweight type matchup, and they're trading blows back and forth. It's been an interesting game, but also an exciting game so far. Wouldn't you say so?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm thinking about Tyson Fury and Wilder in the third memorable matchup. And just imagine if we had all the players playing in this one. That's the thing that's got my mind boggled at this point. We've got this high level of basketball, and we're missing several stars.
Absolutely.
That one rattled around from Price and comes out. And now Radowski showing his skills. Ball handling to the basket. Looked like a travel, no call.
He got away with one there.
And they're going to stay down that end as a foul was committed by Vertical Academy. CBC will send Elohim to the line.
It's his fourth point of the night.
6'4", 197-pound sophomore. How do you like his game?
I love his game. I'm excited to see, obviously, with this team at full capacity. I think that one of the things for a lot of these guys is prior to transferring to the schools that they're at, and that's on both ends of the floor, they've been the man in their current situation or the man in their previous situation. So now sharing the floor with multiple guys that are high major Division I talents is what it's going to look like in college. So it's a good indication of how they'll be able to translate their game to the college level. A lot of times you'll see guys that are really talented and really skilled at the high school level, and they're not playing around anybody, not playing with anybody. They're not able to translate that game when they're not the number one option or the number two option anymore.
Johnny Wright wanted that basketball on the inbounds, and then he steps into Mikey Williams and commits a foul, offensive foul.
The referees are doing a good job of keeping this game under control. I mean, some of those things, you can let them slide in some games, but in a game like this, with the emotions and the intensity going the way that it is, it's important to keep it under control and let the players know, hey, we're not going to allow you to let this game get out of control.
Jump shot from the perimeter, no good by Bea. And now they're running. They've got numbers. To the basket with the left hand, softly laying it home. Right on cue, Elohim.
And I think while people checking this game out may have been disappointed not to see Bronny and some of the other guys that they were expected to see, the players that are playing right now are excited for the opportunity to play on this main stage and get a lot of playing time, where typically they might be sharing minutes or spending a lot of time, kind of cheering and cheering for their teammates or playing in a role player type setting. Now they have the opportunity to be that guy.
Well, I tell you, what I've enjoyed definitely is the end-to-end basketball play. And while we had a tie game at the end of the first quarter, we've seen CBC explode with 17 here in the second stanza and holding Vertical Academy to just 5. Is that a product of not getting shots from Mikey Williams?
No, I think what it is you don't have the same post presence that you have for CBC. CBC has multiple players that if they get their feet set in the paint and the ball touches their hands, it's a bucket or they're getting to the free throw line. So that's causing Vertical Academy to get into a little bit of foul trouble early, which you're seeing. It's also causing them, you get worn down. Like you said, you talked about that heavyweight Tyson Fury fight. You get worn down when you're taking body blows, right? We all like to see the knockout punch, but it's the body blows that take a toll on you. And that's why I love the basketball that's played inside out, that feed the paint, feed the bigs, give them the opportunity to make a play down low. And Kajani Wright has done that. with 2 hands on pretty much every basket that he scored, that takes a lot out of you on the defensive end. So I think that that's the big difference maker in getting things moving towards the basket. That's been the big thing that's been helpful for CBC. Where Vertical Academy is kind of, as Mikey goes, we go. And here you have a clip of what I'm talking about. When you have Kajani Wright, when he touches the ball with 2 hands in the paint, 2 feet in the paint, it's going to be trouble.
Yeah, I'd like to see him get the ball more often in the half-court set.
USC
been unstoppable.
USC fans were starting to feel a little bit disappointed seeing Mobley headed off to play professional basketball. So this should excite you if you're a USC fan to see another strong, dominant post player coming in to follow the lead of the Mobley brothers.
Dylan Montoya makes it work at the free throw line. So we reach the 3-minute mark. 14-point game. Vertical Academy trailing in this one, and they're going to pull up from the wing. Price. All deflected out of bounds by his opposite number. Parker. And we've got a timeout on the floor. 14-point game. CBC in front. And you're watching the Battle Miami on NBC Sports Network and Peacock. Back inside the Lions Den. Florida Memorial University, the Battle Miami. Game 4 of day number 1. 3 more games coming your way tomorrow. We'll have those on Peacock.
I like that out of timeout call by CBC. They know that the attention's going to be on Kajani Wright after the dominant first half he's had so far. They use him as a decoy, ran him through, set up Yarko for a lob. He got fouled. Great play call.
6'8", 200-pound senior. Yarko. So a tidy free throw shooter.
And he's a 3-star talent. He's got offers from a lot of the programs in California. Also, he's got an offer from New Mexico. So
love his wingspan.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see where he ends up.
Nice turn and face on that one.
Corey Carvey with the bucket there.
Corey Carvey, 6'9" senior. Right. Yarko. And now a dribble drive and a handoff to Price with the left hand.
Ooh. Beautiful finish.
Price is putting on a show, first from the free throw line and now knocking down some 2-point field goals. And right back the other way with the right hand, his opposite number, Tremaine Parker. He's got 5.
Big time move. Both of them showing the ability to finish in traffic.
Thought we had a head-to-head matchup similar to Imani and Mikey. When they got together, they went back and forth over a period of shots. Shot makers making shots, as now Mikey hasn't put one up in a while and won't on this attempt. He finds his teammate, Bea, being hawked, holds his dribble. Now he's going to dribble penetrate. He's got a man underneath, didn't see him. Mikey will step in with the 1-footer off the back foot, Dirk Nowitzki style, and knocks it down.
I think if nothing else, this game has showed us just how scary good CBC is. You watch here, here's Mikey on the catch. Hesitation, come through, 1-foot pull up, beautiful. But as I was saying, how scary good this CBC Sierra Canyon roster really is. To be missing 4 very, very elite level talents and be up nearly 20 points in this game. Impressive.
Yeah, Sierra Canyon with plans to play in my home state of New Jersey. A much anticipated matchup with DJ Wagner, who you know all about.
Oh,
what a talent that young man is.
I had a great time watching his dad play. DeJuan Wagner, I remember his 100-point game. You remember that?
Yeah, absolutely. I told you I'm from Jersey, so I know all about it. And Milt, the granddad.
Yep.
I watched Milt play in high school. He's from my era. Got a chance to watch him. And then, of course, his son doing work. But Milt went on to Louisville. Quite a run. Never nervous Purvis and the boys.
Purvis Ellison. Haven't heard that name in a while when discussing basketball.
What a talent he was.
What about DeJuan Wagner? I mean, injuries and illnesses, shortened that career. But, I mean, amazing upside and potential.
Mikey
oh, my goodness.
Williams to close out the first half in style.
Big-time bucket there. He knew exactly how much time was left on the clock. He pulled up from the volleyball line. Nothing but net.
This is what we call the battle. And when you're in a battle, you got to bring it. The Battle Miami has been outstanding through 2 halves of play, and we're first 2 quarters of play, and we're looking forward to more coming up right after this. The Battle Miami and the Florida Memorial University Marching Band performing for the fans.
This is that HBCU experience that if you don't know it, if you haven't experienced it, you're truly missing out. So it's a beautiful thing that these young men and these people here that came to watch high-level basketball are getting an opportunity to experience what being at an HBCU is all about. Had an amazing first half so far. This is a great way to cap it off and to lead us into that second half. I'm excited. This brings me back to my college roots.
Wanted you to just have a little taste of that. That is the Florida Memorial University Marching Band performing at halftime. We come back. We'll have an opportunity for you guys to hear a whole lot more of what we've got coming your way. We've got statistics coming as well as our thoughts heading into the new contest, which is the third quarter. It's right around the corner. Stay with us, everyone. You're watching The Battle Miami. Battle Miami, Florida Memorial University, Miami Gardens, Florida, an HBCU that is putting on a show for a capacity crowd. Standing room only inside of the Lion's Den. And I don't know about you, but this has been a spectacle all day long.
For those of you watching from home, you're getting a taste of what that HBCU experience is like. And in basketball over the last year, we've heard a lot of players talk about the potential of playing at a HBCU. It's more than just a novel idea or a hot button thing or a trending topic. The reality is it's an amazing experience for our young men. And they're getting a taste of that. You're getting a taste of that. And what that's like to be on that campus, that atmosphere, the electric environment. I'm absolutely loving this. I don't think that there's a better place for basketball to be played right now with high school starting off. I'm blessed to be here.
And I think in terms of HBCUs, you think in terms of sororities and fraternities, the Divine Nine. And I've been fortunate over my years of covering the MEAC and the SWAC conference, the SIAC, the CIAA. to cover a lot of that. And now in this environment, which is an NAIA school, we get a chance to the Gulf Coast Conference, very well known and renowned, and some outstanding players that have come from this level have made it all the way to the big show.
Absolutely. Charles, I played in the MEAC. I played at Howard University, so I had an experience. I transferred from University of Illinois, and when I came to my first basketball game on campus and saw this, I was like, wait a minute, what is this? We didn't have anything like it. It's the experience of being at HBCU. It's something that you can't buy, you can't replicate. It's just something special.
Yeah, my daughter went to Alabama State University, a proud Hornet, undergrad. My son, of course, started up a chapter of Omega Psi Phi in Newberry College, where he was last night. And I know that, during his time at pledging, because they didn't have Greeks on his campus, they had to go off campus to be able to start the chapter. And so that means a whole lot. And again, you can relate to that experience because you lived it. There's nothing like it. I spent so much time in my youth at Howard University, you'd have thought I was enrolled there.
Listen, you're not the only one. Howard's the place to be. On the yard, showing up for Yard Fest, showing up for homecoming, just taking in the atmosphere, and it just was reminiscent of that pulling into here today for these games.
All right, we're going to take another timeout. When we come back, we promise you we'll have those statistics for you, and we will get you closer to the start of the second half. It's the battle, Miami, coming your way with statistics and so much more right after this. From the Lions Den, Florida Memorial University, where the band rocked the house at halftime. Justin Brantley, yours truly, Charles McNeil, courtside. And Justin, some outstanding players put on quite a performance in that first half.
Absolutely. We'll start with Vertical Academy. Mikey Williams came out and started putting on a show for the fans here in attendance. He's played phenomenal. He's knocked down 3 threes early on. He's paced or led the Vertical Academy team with 14 points. He's pretty much done it all, and he's done it in a flashy way, as he's known to do, putting on a show for the crowd here. Here you'll see Bea is going to find him in the corner. Gives you a little hesitation. One-leg floater. His bag is deep. Coming back in the other direction. Mikey's shooting from NBA range, not even touching the rim. It's not by accident. He really has been working on his game. He's been working on extending his range. On the CBC side, we've seen a dominant performance from Kajani Wright. He's not the lead scorer for CBC, but what he's done it in such a dominant fashion with 8 points. He's setting his feet in the paint. When he touches it, you know he's going to go up strong and he's going to bring it home. Beyond that, Mike Price has had a great showing. Isaiah Elohim. It's been CBC by committee, Vertical Academy by Mikey Williams.
So wonderful play on the part of CBC. Vertical Academy trailing in this one by 13. 18-18 at the end of the first, and then 27-14 the scoring in the second quarter. As we wind ourselves to the start of the third period, the battle, Miami on NBC Sports and Peacock, continues right after this. This is the battle of Miami. And what a game it has been, a day it's been. We'll take you all the way back to game number 1, Rip City, 75-69 victors over Life Christian Academy. The Lions led that one early, but a great job of perseverance by Rip City pulling out the victory. The KT Kings held on against the High out of Miami. Clearwater versus Miami in that one. 6-point victory for the KT Kings. And in game number 3, it was all Explorers. From Columbus, the Columbus Explorers got it done, 68-32. The Boozer brothers with Dad right there courtside. Carlos Boozer, the former Dookie and NBA great. 68-32, the victory in that one. And now we've got the final half of the nightcap in day number 1 What are your memories so far of the entire experience that is the Battle Miami?
Well, I'll say first and foremost, firepower all over the court on both teams. Even in the lopsided victory, there was high-level basketball and high-level basketball players. So that's the first thing. I'd be remiss if I didn't notate that. The second thing is the atmosphere and energy. I think that this has been an amazing event so far. We still have a whole nother day to bring us tomorrow, but standing room only. You think about some of these kids that are just freshmen and they're starting off their career in the preseason in this type of atmosphere. You can't ask for anything more than that. So it's been a phenomenal start to this event. I'm excited to see the second half here as well as to carry into tomorrow's games.
And then on top of that, you mentioned 8th graders playing in this environment. What can that do for a young person preparing themselves to play on the varsity level, maybe as a 8th grader if they're going to a private facility or private school, or if they're going to a public school, let's say, and they've got to wait a year? What level of anticipation does a young person have?
Well, it's a double-edged sword, right? Because it's a possibility that their experience could never match up to what they're experiencing right now today. I always like to bring those young guys along slowly, give them an opportunity to mature and develop into who they're going to be without us, on the media side, putting too much on them.
Tremaine Parker got the first field goal, the 6'3" junior. I love his IG, Showtime Trey.
And then right back at it, Elohim came right back downhill and tried to follow. He missed. There was a big-time putback from Kajani Wright, but it's not going to go because of the foul call.
So Price is at the line. Correction, that is Elohim at the line. So a pair of free throws. He lived at the line thus far in this one. 13-point game. Vertical Academy with the basketball trailing, and they get it down low for a turnaround. And they're saying deflected, but the officials saying no.
The paint has been dominated on both ends by CBC, and I think that that's been the major differentiator in this game is their dominance and their ability to control the paint.
CBC with the basketball. Trying to work it inside, as you said, into the hands of Johnny Wright. Ball deflected out of bounds. It will stay down on this end.
Well, it's an intentional focus on the paint from this CBC coaching staff. From the very first tip, they knew that that's where their advantage was, and they've utilized it all game long. So you have to appreciate that scouting as well as that ability to coach their guys into positive situations, the best situations for them to be successful.
Trying to match strength against strength in there, and Wright lost it out of bounds. Williams now will run the show.
As they say, all bigs are not created equally.
Williams, sidestep three. No whistle. Followed up inside. No good. And now they'll bring the ball in the front court.
I like how Mike Price went and got the ball. He said, let me take it. I got you guys.
Yep, Price wants it, and he gets it rejected, but there's inside Wright. He gets it swatted out of his hands and out of bounds by Parker.
I love how active Kajani Wright is on the glass, on both ends of the floor. He's attacking the glass. He wants that offensive rebound. He wants that putback opportunity. Sometimes when you watch a big, you see them get frustrated by not getting touches. And I always used to tell my guys, yes, you should get touches. And yes, you should demand the ball. But if you don't get that touch, you have the ability to go get it yourself off the glass.
The rise and fire is knocked down by number 5, Parker.
And on the other end, right before that, Mike Price, the other number 5, and knocked down a 3 on this side. So it's been a back-and-forth matchup here.
And the pull-up is good. You called it. Back and forth, end-to-end basketball with the stars rising up. Mikey Williams wants a piece of it. He'll pull up. Short of the mark. Radusky with the board. Radovsky, I should say, gets it to his teammate, and now Price will resettle with 19 on the clock. Plenty of time.
Looks like they're going to go to a paint touch here.
Radovsky. Nice drive for a reverse. No good. There's a tip up by Wright. Basket will not count. Foul happened on the initial drive.
If you're a USC fan watching this game, you have to be excited and anticipating Kajani Wright's arrival on campus after this year. I think a lot of you are probably wishing he could reclass up at this point.
Speaking of reclassifications, several high school stars did that heading into this upcoming college basketball season. Most notably, Imani Bates moving up. What were your thoughts about that move?
You know, I think that, again, it's about being intentional in your movements. And some guys took that COVID year and looked at it as a negative because it took away their opportunity to get on the floor and do things, where other guys took that as an opportunity to pick up extra online class or to do some things in the classroom to give them the options and the opportunity to say, you know what, if the best situation presents itself, I can go up or I can stay where I'm supposed to be at. So that's all about being intentional, having a game plan, and being able to execute that plan effectively. Two reclasses on that team, Jalen Duren and Imani Bates. I think that's good. Both of those guys, I saw Jalen at Pangos over the summer in Vegas, and when I saw him, I looked at him, and he was just completely different, head and shoulders different than everybody else on the floor. He looked physically ready for college basketball right then and there.
Bodes well for the college game, in which we lost a lot of stars last year. Memorable NCAA tournament in more ways than one, that bubble experience, but also the final that we wound up getting, Baylor and Gonzaga.
And Gonzaga has continued to reload. They've got Chet on the way, Nolan Hickman. They're going to be very strong here next year. I love that CBC has continued to get downhill all night long. They're forcing you to either foul or give up a basket in the paint, a high percentage shot. Their opportunities, they're taking advantage of each possession, and that's the reason why they're pushing close to a 20-point lead at this point.
That was a third team foul against Vertical Academy. Elohim back at the line. He's feasted there thus far.
Knocks down the pair.
Into the front court, dribble drive, and a no-look pass. Missed his target.
CBC staff is coaching their guys up. They're pushing the pace, pushing the tempo.
There's an extra pass, and that one will go down as an assist. And now defensively back the other way, we got a collision.
Giving up the good shot for the better one. That's what being a team and being connected is all about. I think when you have teams that share the ball well, they're ultimately much more successful, even if they don't have the firepower that another team might have or the star power that another team might have. And you know, you're seeing a well-coached CBC squad that can miss a couple key players and still not miss a beat.
Dribble penetration, the shot attempt comes up just short. CBC with the basketball up by 21. 3:46 left to go in the third period. Right. Now the pull-up. Second opportunity, and they'll take care of it. Elohim.
Second chance opportunities are absolutely killing Vertical Academy right now.
Mikey Williams trying to get the N1. Was fouled in the act and go to the line to shoot two. Williams is on the board here in the second half.
I'm watching this game, and I'm just thinking how good Sierra King is going to be this season. I know I've said that before, but when you're seeing these complementary players bring this level of talent to the floor, and you don't have Ramel Lloyd playing tonight, you don't have Amari Bailey, Shai Odom, you don't have Bronny James. I mean, those are 4 ESPN top 100 players. Those aren't 4 just names. Those are 4 guys that can flat out play. It's going to be hard to beat this team, especially once they get into midseason form.
Attempted to find his man on the backdoor feed. And unfortunately, it didn't work out for him. And we've got a timeout on the floor. It comes with 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining before halftime. And it's California Basketball Club with the lead over a very talented Vertical Academy. They lead them by 59-38. Stay with us, everyone. A 14-6 run by CBC puts them out in front of Vertical Academy here in the third quarter. Score 59-38. And CBC looking to add to their lead. Alongside Justin Brantley, the National Recruiting Director for SUV TV, I'm Charles McNeil. And we've got a perimeter foul call against Vertical Academy.
Those are the unforced errors that if you're going to see them, you want to see them now, earlier in the preseason. But those are things you have to eliminate if you're going to be a successful team.
Dribble penetration to the rack. Tried to find his man. Ball deflected out of bounds.
I like Mike Price Jr.'s game. I like his ability to pick his spots, attack when he wants to or feels he needs to. And here comes Mikey right back at him.
Dribble penetration and a dump off for a high flying slam. Brandon Gardner Where have you been all my life?
Yikes. Little fella, what's on your heart? He was upset. He said, I should have been in the game.
Now Mikey, maybe that'll fuel them. Bounce pass, tried to find the pass underneath. A little bit too much on that one.
Here we get another look at it. Bayo on the drive. Kicks it underneath. I mean, he just elevated to the upper room on Tim Radofsky.
I love that pocket pass. And right back the other way with a little sauce for you.
Mike Price was like Chick-fil-A. He wasn't stingy with the sauce at all. He looked at the defender and said, it'll be my pleasure. So you...
Price wanted another one. Nice extra feed. Radofsky tipped over in his direction, but pulled out of there by Vertical Academy. And there's Mikey. Mo, they go with the big, and he will finish at the rim. Corey Carvey.
You understood the reference. You live in you've been in the Atlanta area. You've been to Chick-fil-A. They'll give you 37 sauces if you ask for them. You go to McDonald's, they'll charge you 43 cents for that extra sauce.
Tim Hall Jr. with the field goal off the behind-the-back feed. And we've got a timeout. Coach not happy with what he sees there. We're happy with what we see.
That crossover and then the pull-up floater and then coming right back at him. Toss it to the big. You have to reward the big when he runs with you. You have to. So I'm loving seeing this post play from both teams. I'm loving seeing the energy and excitement from both teams. The effort, the intensity. Mikey's running hard, behind the back pass. It's getting exciting here. They say, look, the guys that stuck around, they're still watching this. We're going to give you a show. We're going to keep playing hard for you. You have to love it.
Yeah, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about California basketball, not just the team that's here, but the California basketball teams, the universities out that way, and, you know, how fortunate would they be to land some of these talents that we see out here? We already talked about Johnny Wright going to USC, but keeping the top talent in state. We see it a lot in football, some defections that is, but now the opportunity to do so on the hardwood could mean so much to so many.
Yeah, absolutely. And Amari Bailey, who's not playing tonight, but he's committed to UCLA, so he's staying in state. But when you think about it, I mean, the overall talent within the state of California is amazing. It's outstanding. You have California, you have Southern Cal Academy located in LA. They're fully loaded. They're going to rival this CBC or this Sierra Canyon squad. But also, now you have Donda Prep, the new kid on the block. So, I mean, they're setting up for Southern California to be the hub of basketball on the West Coast.
And we've seen so often these California teams and teams from up in the Northwest having to come east to get respect. Now our teams might have to go that way.
Oh, you know what? It's setting up for a nationwide just juggernaut. You know, you have East versus West. You can have North versus South, Midwest versus Southeast. I mean, there's talent all over the country, and you love to see that. And I think that for the longest time, and people don't like to see the emergence of super teams or the emergence of prep school basketball. But for me, I absolutely love to see it because you'll never see a state's best players combined and on one squad. So it's going to be exciting to see this for the next couple of years and as it continues to grow.
Yeah, no doubt about it. The Fab Five, although not from the same city, you know, definitely brought that Midwest flavor in along with Jimmy Jackson from Texas. We'll be back with the fourth quarter right after this. And we're back inside of Florida Memorial University in the Lions Den, where we have been treated to 4 outstanding basketball games and a halftime show that we'll never forget.
That was amazing.
In case you just tuned in, Florida United, Florida Memorial University marching band performed for us, and man, did they put on a show, equipped with the Champagne Girls and everything. Vertical Academy trailing as we open up the fourth period. They have the basketball, and there's a whistle underneath and a foul committed.
It's been interesting to see the dynamic shift as they start getting downhill and start feeding the post. You're seeing a different excitement and energy from this Vertical Academy squad. I'd like to see them continue and finish strong down the stretch here.
Fernald with the high ball screen. Mikey Williams negotiating. Back to Fernald. Takes it out. Passes in the corner. Now a pull-up.
They're going to get right on the push down low. And the star power hasn't just been on the court tonight. You know, I've looked up at times and seen NBA players past and present. Big time shot there.
Yeah, knocking down, that was a big one. 3-point field goal is in that third quarter. CBC outscored Vertical Academy 16-12. But down that stretch after the under 3 timeout, as we get a chance to take a look at this replay, it was a 6-2 run by Vertical Academy. And Mikey Williams.
Beautiful inbound play. Mikey shot the ball. I'm sorry.
No, go right ahead.
Mikey shot the ball extremely well tonight.
And now he's getting some help from his teammates. As Brandon Gardner coming in. And now we've got a turnover, and each one of our games have seen glimpses of a comeback in the first 2 contests. We actually saw some come from behind activity.
This game's down to single digits. It's still anybody's game. There's a long time to be played.
11-point contest. And there's a tumble.
Mike Price Jr. gets up the floor so quick. Now it's going to be interesting to see if CBC slows it down, goes to a paint touch.
Nope, Radosky for 3. Gets his own. He'll reset the offense to Price. Elohim to the basket with the left hand. It will not go, but he will go to the line, shooting 2.
He spent a lot of time at the line here tonight. This is going to be free throw attempt 13 and 14. It's currently 9 of 12 from the line.
How many free throws has he knocked down this afternoon?
Currently 10 for 13. Make it 10 for 14. I think we jinxed him.
62-50 to the basket. And a whistle. Jermaine Parker with the aggressive move toward the rack. And we've got a timeout. We're going to keep it right here as we get a chance to watch another outstanding replay of the rim run.
Yeah, you have to appreciate the fact that the Vertical squad, even though they've been down and at times looked like they were out of this game, they're clawing their way back in with some sharp shooting on both ends. You see that one there. Now this one here from Mikey with the catch and shoot on the inbound play. I mean, they want to win this basketball game. They're giving the people everything that this game was supposed to be. Excitement, a tough battle, no pun intended, high-level basketball, star power, not only on the court, but here at the game courtside. You've got Scottie Pippen. We've seen Carlos Boozer earlier. I've seen, who else have we had here?
Everybody who hasn't been here.
Yeah, it's been
Victor Oladipo.
Victor Oladipo.
You mentioned current players.
Yep.
Member of the Miami Heat.
It's exciting when you're a player and you look over and you see guys that you look up to and guys that you watch and guys that you've watched. And I don't know how many of these young guys watch Scotty and Carlos Boozer play. Some of them probably should go back and pull out those archives, watch some of those old grainy YouTube videos that you can find online. But when you look over and you see somebody that's had that high-level success sitting courtside at your game watching you, that has to do something special for you.
Well, everybody got a chance to see Scotty in the Michael Jordan documentary last summer during the pandemic when there was no active sports available. I'm talking about the summer of 20.
Absolutely.
And, of course, Scotty, very opinionated, thoughtful, provocative, and a legend.
That was tough for me to watch because although I've been a Michael Jordan fan, I'm a Detroit kid through and through. And that was the toughest time of my life. You love Michael Jordan because how can you not love Air Jordan, right? Everybody wants to be like Mike, but Joe Dumars, Isaiah Thomas, those are the guys I grew up on. Bill Laimbeer, Dennis Rodman before he made that switch, Vinnie Johnson, Vinnie the Microwave Johnson, Rick Mahorn.
So Parker taking care of business on that second free throw to cut the deficit to 10. Uh-oh, here we go. To the basket, right-handed scoop. He had a plan, and it was accomplished. Putting that one home, number 4, Phillips.
Whenever CBC needs a bucket, they head downhill at the basket, and it works out for them. I want to see them string a couple together like that.
Radosky finds Wright. Wright was rejected by Carvey. Carvey holding his own.
Carvey's shown up here in the second half on both ends of the floor to say, you know what, I have a presence in the paint too. You're going to have to go through me.
I think he's somewhat surprised right on that one. His ability to use the offhand, the left hand for that block. Corey Carvey at the line.
Came up empty on the front end. Corey Harvey was at Community Christian High School last year. 6'9" forward in class of 2022.
What type of skills do you think he possesses at the next level?
He brings a lot to the table, and sometimes it's difficult to evaluate a big in settings like this when it's very guard-centric play. I think in the right setting, somebody that utilizes their big, he can be extremely effective.
They needed that one, and they got it. Bearing the triple, Bea. Abdul Bea, 5'9" senior, big-time shot, and with that, we have an 8-point game, 64-56. And there's a steal. Mikey Williams gets it out to Bea. Bea's got a wing. Bea wants it. He's off the mark, and it comes up short and goes out of bounds. He cannot believe it.
And Bea knocked down the triple earlier. That was his first 3 of the game. Little heat check triple there. But I'll tell you, I've seen him knock down multiple triples in a row. He can shoot the blood out of the basketball. He's a little bit streaky, so you got to let him have that, let him go with it. But if you watch that dribble right into his shot, that's what he likes. That's what he wants. He's a gamer.
Diminutive guard that has a wealth of talent and a big heart. There's a jump shot. I think that was a 2. Put down by Parker and a steal. To the basket. Aggressive move by Brandon Gardner leads to a foul call, and we have a ball game, ladies and gentlemen.
The fans have come to their feet. that quick. Again, basketball is a game of runs. Couple stops followed by a couple successful offensive possessions, and you're right back in the game.
Gardner. That one rattled off, no good, made 1 of 2. 64-59, as close as Vertical Academy has been since the opening quarter when it was tied at 18.
And that's what they needed.
Johnny Wright battling.
That's what they needed. I told you before, anytime you need a bucket, find Kajani Wright, give him a paint touch.
We've got a over and back violation. The turnover by Vertical Academy will give the ball back to CBC.
Now it's Kajani Wright's first bucket in the second half. Couldn't come at a better time. Let's see if they go back to the post.
Wright has it. Works it over to Phillips.
Yep.
Now they get it back to Wright in the post.
Oh, he wasn't ready for it.
The extra pass stolen away. Baya. Left wing. Open 3 is short. Turn and face in the paint. No good. And into the corner it goes. And it's going to stay down this end to Vertical Academy. With 3:46 remaining. 66-59 is our score.
I've never been a fan of big men double pumping or clutching in the post. He needed to go straight up with that one and go up strong and force the contact, force the foul. Try and get Kajani Wright into some foul trouble there.
Mikey Williams. He wants it. Comes up short. Couldn't believe it. He had just what he wanted. An open jumper. Price. To Wright. Back to Price. Now down to Wright. Same action from the last series. This time he won't give it up. Rebound. Snatched out of there. And as they're ready to run off to the races, there's a whistle from behind and a foul.
I don't know where this intensity has been all night, but I'm glad they decided to bring it now. If you're still with us, if you're one of the ones that didn't walk away, you are in for a treat as this game looks like it'll probably go down to the wire.
Mikey Williams. His IG is simply Mikey.
Well, that's when you know you're a special talent, when you can go by one name. Not too many guys can get away with just one name.
Johnny Wright, head-to-head against the big.
And now he's forcing.
Good defensive stop by Carvey. Oh, pass off to his teammate who did not expect it. That was Brandon Gardner. And they're going to call, I think they're going to change this call. No, it's going to be a timeout on the floor. It looks like it will be their basketball when we come back. Staying down on that end. And what a finish we have for you in number 4, game number 4 of the 2021-22 experience that is the Battle Miami. Florida Memorial University is lit in the Lions Den. Stay with us for an exciting fourth quarter finish. The battle continues inside of Florida Memorial University's outstanding wellness center as they prepare and bring the ball into the front court. CBC does so, and they call a timeout.
Let's hope they had one to call.
They're checking now to make sure they had one, but what a fourth quarter we've seen out of Vertical Academy.
Yeah, a different level of intensity and heart that they have played with here in this fourth quarter versus what they've had all game. And it just goes to show you, again, Mikey's showmanship, right? Like, he refuses to go down without a fight. He refuses to just let this CBC squad roll the way that they were looking to roll there for a minute. So, I mean, we've got to finish here on our hands. I mean, here goes Mikey, this fighting tooth and nail. Out of his jumpers that have fallen, I don't think any of them have touched the rim at all. He's just been spot on in his marksmanship for this game. I'm excited to see this finish.
A 17-5 run is what has fueled the attack of Vertical Academy as they climb to within 5 of the lead with 2:50 remaining and nearly a steal by Bea. Beautiful move by Price with the right-handed scoop, too strong, rebounded inside. His teammate goes up, shot no good, follow-up attempt, and they find him inside, wide open for the one-hand slam. He can do it with 1 or 2.
Johnny Wright. That young man is special.
Parker, mid-range, pull-up. On the floor, he nearly keeps it alive, but Wright has it. Finds his teammate for the lob pass underneath, and the two-hand slam. That's Elohim.
Ooh. Acrobatic finish from Mikey, couldn't get it to go.
Now Price. Elohim with another field goal. Back-to-back field goals for him, and it extends out to an 11-point advantage.
Just that quick. Basketball's a game of runs.
6-0 run. And Bea with his version of the answer.
This is the active energy on the offensive glass for the CBC squad. You know, they're not giving up. They're contesting everything. They're going after everything. You know, you're not just going to get an easy rebound down there. You better box out. You better find out where Johnny Wright is and put a body on him.
We've got 1:45 left. At the line, they knock down the first. Bea. Abdul Bea Jr. Dribble penetration, and that one deflected. Vertical Academy says it's our ball, and the officials will concur.
I expect to see Mikey try and take this game over here down the stretch. He's a competitor, and you know he's going to want to fight.
Mikey loses control of the basketball, regains, finds his big inside. He gets it rejected.
Like here, Mikey's ability to get in the paint, get 2 feet in the paint, spin move. He just lost the handle here, but he kept fighting. He stayed with it, got it to the big. A little bit of hesitation there. Catches that, goes straight up. That's probably an and one.
And carrying somebody in the rim with him as well. Corey Carvey at the line. Took advantage of the free one.
And it's an 8-point game. This game is far from over. It's only 3 possessions if they play hard down the stretch here.
And Mikey Williams forcing the turnover. And then they lose the ball out of bounds. Brandon Gardner unable to capitalize. Williams deflected the ball over to him, gave him an opportunity. Now in the front court. We've got a discrepancy on the clock. Whistle's blowing. And they'll do a quick reset. 8-point game. Just over a minute left in regulation. There's a reach-in committed and a foul.
Well, that goes to show the basketball IQ of Mike Price. He knows he has a whole shot clock to work with. There's no sense in being a rush. You're up 8. He forced them to make a decision to foul him and put him on the free throw line, where as of yet, he's 5 for 5. Make that 6 for 6. That's how you close out a basketball game.
Second attempt in the air, and it's good. One minute left to go in regulation, and a nice tip up and in. Give that basket to Brandon Gardner.
Tell guys all the time, your point guard has to be one of your best free throw shooters on the team, because you want the ball in his hands down the stretch and the ability to knock down free throws when they foul, trying to extend the game. And Mike Price Jr. is going to go to the line.
Bea Jr. committing the personal foul.
7 for 7 so far. Can't ask for any better than that. Good on the front end.
Price knocking down a pair.
9 for 9 from the free throw line.
Mikey Williams, front iron short, had a hot start, then cooled off. Took a long break and then came back in the second half and got him off to a quick start. Helped to fuel that come from behind effort. But just too much of an early lead in this one as Price will dribble it down. Shot clock still with time on it, down to 10. He's going to dribble it out, I do believe.
Showing class.
Violation. .3 left, so the fellas have to come back out for one more possession. Vertical Academy put in the hands of Mikey Williams. One last attempt is up, and that one is good on the follow-up. Put down by Brandon Gardner. So Gardner with a fantastic effort in the second half of this one. 10 points in the second half, 2 in the opening stanza. 12 points overall. Fantastic effort by him as we look at some of the highlights.
Absolutely. I've said it all night long. Kajani Wright was the difference maker with his post presence. We lost a little bit of him in the second half there, but he came back when it was time, when they needed to close it out. There you have Justin Pippen on the inbound. Kajani Wright again, just a dominant performance. He was a man amongst boys down there, controlling the paint, controlling both ends of the glass.
Yeah, it's good when you get those shots from 2 feet or closer to the basket, and he was throwing it down with one hand and 2 hands throughout the game. So with that, he put a wrap on this one, 76-68, but we're going to come back and get Justin's final thoughts and more right after this. Stay with us, everyone. On a night where there'll be a heavyweight title fight in the ring, we had 4 major championship effort events going on the hardwood with the battle. Miami from Florida Memorial University. It has been our pleasure bringing it to you. My goodness, what 4 outstanding winners we had, and some outstanding contenders as well along the way.
Yeah, I mean, the environment was phenomenal. Just high-level basketball. You know, we just finished watching a great game there, CBC versus Vertical Academy. Players playing above the rim, playing hard, showing the capabilities that they have on a national stage. You know, NBC, they never know who's watching, where they're watching from. the NBC Sports platform, these kids took advantage of it, and they played hard. And that was kind of the trend from start to finish today. The games that were on Peacock, the games that were on NBC Sports, these kids knew that this was an opportunity for them to showcase their talents and abilities, showcase to the nation who they are and what they're capable of doing, especially the young guns.
Well, we got a chance to watch the 4 winners today, and ironically, 3 of those came from the visitor side in their dark uniforms, although your proximity not being the case. You had in the opener Rip City against Life Christian Academy. The Lions led it early, but Rip City coming from behind for a 75-69 victory. Your memories from that outstanding first game of 4.
Yeah, I think that set the tone for us that no matter what the score looks like at half or throughout the course of the game, when you're in an environment like this, a couple runs can happen out of nowhere, and the next thing you know, the team that you thought was, put to sleep, they're right there fighting towards the end. So it's exciting to see that. It's exciting to see, kids willing to come out here and say, you know what, I'm here now. I might as well give full effort and try and walk out of here with a win.
KT Kings, 58, the high 52.
KT Kings played very well. It was exciting to watch that game. Again, the thing that stood out to me in that one was the complementary players. Coach wasn't trying to run up the score. He sat back and he brought in that second team and allowed those guys to play, allowed those guys to get some experience knowing that he's going to need them down the stretch of his season.
And then in our third game, we moved over to NBC Sports Network and continued on Peacock with The View and The Explorers and The Boozer Show.
Yeah, the Boozer twins showed why they're 2 of the top players in the country in the class of 2025. Just way too much effort from them, but it wasn't just them. That entire team is connected. The team was taking charges. The team was playing hard. They were flowing and working together and firing on all cylinders like a mid-season form. It didn't look like a preseason game from them.
68-32, the final, with the Explorers victorious in that one. And, of course, the most recent contest with several players unable to participate due to health issues. We were unable to see Bronny James and many of the other stars for CBC, but it didn't matter as they pulled out a 76-68 victory over Vertical Academy, who made a heroic run toward the end.
Absolutely. And you love to see that effort. You love to see them fight down the stretch. Mikey Williams showed up, and he played hard. He gave us 21 points. He gave us all that he could give, played very, very hard down to the final minute.
So tomorrow, the stage is set. We have 3 more games coming your way, beginning at 2 p.m. with Vertical Academy versus Life Christian Academy.
I'm excited for it. I mean, this is an amazing environment for basketball. It's my first time in the gym here at Florida Memorial, but I'll tell you, it's a phenomenal facility and a beautiful, beautiful campus. I'm excited for the future of this school, but also the future of this conference. I think there's a lot of great basketball to be played here, and a lot of young men got an example or got an opportunity to see what this environment and what this experience can look like for them, and ultimately giving them options. And they don't have to think just in one lane or one type. They can see that there's high-level basketball and high-level facilities everywhere and at all different levels.
And that's the thing about the battle. In each of the venues that we've been at, we've had the opportunity to expose those college, programs to the youngsters, the youth of America, but also at the same time, the youngsters get exposed to colleges that they may not have sought out in the past as an option, but to see what kind of beautiful facilities they have as well. At 3:30 tomorrow, we'll have The View from Florida taking on Rip City, also from Florida, and a matchup from the Sunshine State.
Yeah, I'm excited for that game. Obviously, The View didn't have the showing that we would have liked them to have. Hopefully they come up a little bit better, and Jason Jackson, Jameer Jones can show what they're capable of doing and the level that they're able to bring to the table.
And then in our nightcap at 5 p.m., the KT Kings will take on California Basketball Club, and that one should be an outstanding final game of the Battle Miami.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one. I think that the firepower on both sides. We didn't really see all of it from KT Kings because they rested their starters halfway through. So it's going to be an exciting game, an exciting matchup. We saw the depth here from CBC. It should be must-see TV for sure.
So the KT Kings and CBC, both victors in their contest today. We'll get a chance to see them coming up on tomorrow. So games again coming your way at 2, 3:30, and 5 p.m. And we hope that you'll be right back here on Peacock to join us as we'll be bringing you the best that we have to offer. Until then, good night and God bless everyone.